Thanks for joining us today. I'm Gabe Garris, owner of Backwoods Pursuit, and today we're going to look at the Modern Spartan Systems products. We've got the accuracy oil, the copper lead destroyer, the carbon destroyer, and the crystal clear. That all comes in the starter kit, as well as the accuracy grease and the blade oil here. I'm going to go over how this stuff worked for me over the last 6 to 12 months of using it, what worked and what didn't. So as you're using this as a system, some little tips and things that I found to work best. As always, I really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. A link to our website, backwoodsPursuit.com. Ton of other gear reviews over there. Put a link to that down in the description, as well as a link to the Modern Spartan System products here for you to check out for yourself. Let's get started. All right, if you're looking to pick up some Modern Spartan System products, I would recommend starting with their starter kit. It kind of gives you a little bit of everything. What comes with that is the copper lead destroyer, the carbon destroyer, the accuracy oil, and the crystal clear, which is the glass cleaning product. So I really wanted to go over not so much the technical side of how this stuff works, but really how it worked for me, actually using it, cleaning my guns, because I like to keep my guns nice and clean and get home from the range and get them good and clean for the next time I want to go out. So this is going to be more of that type of, how did it actually work for me when I was cleaning my guns, and as far as with glass and that sort of thing. So that's going to be the basis. If you want the more technical information, you can visit their website and they go into more of the detail there. Starting over here with the crystal clear. I did some testing on this with binoculars and spotting scopes out in the field, and really what I found is that it worked really, really well to help reduce the amount of time that when your glass fogs up, because when it's cold out, if it's November and October and it's real cold out, your glasses, no matter what you do, you're going to have some fog up with your glass. Just heat from your face is going to cause that glass to fog up a little bit. So what I noticed with this is not that it completely prevents the fogging up of any of your glass, but it reduces the amount of time from when that fogs up to where it clears up to where you can use it again. So it was at least by twice as fast, if not 3 times as fast, that I was able to pick my glasses or binoculars or spotting scope back up and use it if I was having any fogging issues with that, if it was cold out like that. So I really liked the crystal clear. I'll definitely be using that going forward. It helped a bunch with, especially in cold weather, when I was doing some glassing and whatnot with binoculars and spotting scopes. The accuracy oil. This is kind of an all-around type of an oil that can be used it for a lot of different things around the action of my rifle. When you're taking that apart and cleaning it all up, kind of put some of that all over the action. You can use that, or the accuracy grease. Either one will work great, just kind of depends on what you prefer. I also use the accuracy oil for that finishing touch. After the gun's all clean, run that through the bore and then give that bore oil so when it's sitting, it's ready for that next round when you're out to go shooting again. So it worked really well. I liked it for that as well. The carbon destroyer. I really liked this. It seemed to work really well for me. It did a good job of pulling the carbon out of the bore, and I found that to work very, very well. I don't have any complaints with that. It also helps lubricate as you're pushing patches through or the brushes and whatnot. It does a really good job that way, but it really did a good job of cleaning out that carbon and getting your bore nice and clean. The copper lead destroyer was one that I had trouble with. The formula that you're supposed to use, of course, is you start with getting the copper lead out, then get the carbon out, and then finish off with the oil, run that through the bore so you're nice and clean and ready to go. So I kind of went through that backwards. But I had trouble with the carbon lead destroyer. I let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes, and that didn't work so great for me. Let it sit for several hours, and that didn't really get all the copper out. I got some out, but not all of it. Even let it sit overnight, and that didn't seem to do it either. So I had trouble with that, with having that take all the copper and lead out for me. So I ended up going to a different product to get all the copper and lead out, but then really did like coming back to the carbon destroyer because that really worked well. The way these products work is you stick them in the barrel, you let them sit for 3 to 5 minutes, and then run your patch through. You can run your brush through if you want as well, then agitate a bit, and then those will work that way. But like I mentioned, it worked really well. These two worked really well, the carbon and the oil, but the copper I didn't quite have as much success with. Could have been user error certainly, and something to take into consideration. Now the accuracy grease. I really like this accuracy grease. I put that all over the bolt of the rifle. You can use this in the same function of a lot of ways as the accuracy oil, not in the bore, but around the action, around the barrel where the stock and the barrel meet to help protect the steel and protect the metal of your gun. So I really like this stuff. It works really well and really creates a nice clean slide with your bolt or whatever action you're using. Really like that. And then the blade, of course, is real similar. Basically, I believe it's the same formula as the accuracy oil, if I understand correctly. It's just put in a bottle here for your knives and whatnot. So if you want to keep a separate bottle of this next to your steel or whatnot that you're using to sharpen your knives, that's really great that way as well. This accuracy oil is so versatile. I've used it not just in gun cleaning or knife sharpening or whatnot. It can be used for anything that needs lubrication. It's really a widely used type of an oil that can be used for just about anything. It's a really great formula. And there's a lot of other experiments you can find on their website as far as how this worked better than some of the other products out there, and I really do like that stuff. So that's a quick rundown of the Modern Spartan Systems products. Again, this is meant to be used as a system with the copper lead destroyer, carbon destroyer, then the accuracy oil. Again, I put a patch of that, a generous amount of that on a patch down the bore and let it sit for a few minutes, and then run another patch through to get the excess out. Works really well. Crystal clear. I really like that on your glasses, your binocular spotting scopes, rifle scopes, to help that not fog up or clear up more quickly. Accuracy grease here is some of my favorite stuff that they make, along with the accuracy oil. Really top-notch stuff. And I did like the carbon destroyer as well. So drop any questions or comments for me here on any of this stuff. Love to help you out if we can. Again, I'll put a link to this down in the description for you so you can check it out for yourself. Thanks for watching here today. We'll see you next time.